Good morning, everybody. It is Sunday, November 23rd. I am Richard. This is Real Men Craft 2. And I think we have NASCAR outside. It is like only 8:30 in the morning. Bruce is actually still in bed with Zero and Butters. Butters and I have been up since 1:40 this morning. Butters has been the worst cat in the last 24 hours. But yeah, so I'm gonna show you a completion. I'm gonna show you all what I gave to the staff at my doctor's office on Thursday and Friday. And then we are going to make the most beautiful Christmas bell pendant. And you're even gonna create the little pendulum. Yeah, the knocker that goes inside the bell. Yep. Come right back after the intro. Hey everybody, welcome back. So I'm gonna take a sip of coffee. Yeah, so every year, the week before Thanksgiving, I always give my favorite staff members at my doctor's office jewelry. They look forward to it every year. They know that when I come in with little carry Chinese food containers, they know they're getting jewelry. So when I was making these last week, when I was making this pair of I Dream of Genie earrings, I showed one of the staff members the picture / video, and she was like, "Oh my God, Richard, I need to order a pair. How much are they?" I told her they were $48. She said, "Can I order 3 pairs?" She ordered 3 pairs. I made them. I took them to her yesterday morning. She works Saturdays at the clinic, and she was going to give all 3 pairs away, but her sister and her niece watch this channel, so I can't show them what I took to her because she's giving them to these 2 women, and then she's keeping a pair. But yeah, so I've got I've got some new subscribers to shout out. So let me, where's my tablet? I am so discombobulated this morning. I've got bags under the eyes. When I was in the shower, I thought, I just want to go to sleep. Yeah, Butters has done this for like the last 3 nights. But what I'm going to show you, he has done 4 times in the last 27 hours. So I've cleaned his box, replaced the litter every time after he did this. I don't know what he's being such a bad cat about, but this is what I'm talking about. I had to start putting down these potty pads because he's been peeing on the floor in the bathroom. And he does it when he gets mad because I won't give him wet food, more wet food. I don't even want to go into this. This is not about Butters this morning. But Cindy Bennett, I already sent you a text this morning with the pictures, and Angela at DP Creepy Cuties and Angela Serendipity Arts, I sent you a picture with it. Him and I are gonna clap. We're gonna crash. But that's a whole nother story. So I wanna welcome some new subscribers to the channel. So in the last 28 days, I've had 55. Yeah, I've had 55 new subscribers in the last 28 days. That makes me happy, you guys. That makes me really, really happy. So I want to welcome 1104 Luz, L-U-Z, Jeremy Janey, M.N. Chavez, that's Chavez with an S. Oh, it's M.N. Shaves with a Z. Marie S. and Shaylee Paver. Those are the only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that came up as public. Once again, you guys know that if you don't have your page set for public, I cannot shout you out because your name doesn't come across as being one of my newest subscribers. So I finished the cat. Walking on the water with the koi. I'm going to show you guys this canvas. I had literally no problems with this canvas. That's all the garbage I had. That's it. Just a little bit of garbage. So, yeah, look how pretty this came out. This is a 40 by 55. It's a square. And look how gorgeous he is. Look at the colors in this picture. I mean, you can see the outline on the koi's tails, everything. This painting is beautiful. I love it. And that reminds me so much of my cat, Capricorn. He was solid white, pure white, no spots at all like Butters. And he had a yellow eye and the most beautiful ice blue eye. So hang on, I'm gonna put this over on the table, hang on. So, okay, I'm gonna show you guys the little video clips that I took at the office. Now, this first lady's name is, who did I take him to? I took him to Rashonda. Rashonda is so funny. She's been getting jewelry oh my gosh, last 17 years. She's my social worker who does all my my insurance fulfillments, and she's the one that, you know, does all my benefits packages for my insurance and my health insurance and stuff. So this is the I had seen her the day before. I saw her on Wednesday because I had to go to the doctor's Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Wednesday morning at 7:30, I had a chiropractor appointment. She's in the same building, and she was just coming in to start her 8 to 4:30 shift. And I saw her. She's the most beautiful Black woman. And I saw her in the first time in head to toe, olive green and apple. She had the most beautiful apple green cardigan knit sweater that was wool. And then she had the most beautiful martini olive green tights on with these beautiful green pumps. She looked phenomenal. And I told her she looked incredible. Well, I had made her that the earth tone pair of earrings. Those were going to be Rashonda's, but instead I made her a whole complete different pair. And here she is opening her earrings. So I'll show you what they looked like. Here's a picture of what they looked like. Yeah, they were gorgeous. They were so beautiful. The crystal is like a matte opaque apple green, but here she is opening them. Okay, these are the earrings that the new color that I made Rashonda, and I just brought them to her this morning.
Thank
so
you.
Girl, it's like, oh my God. The green looks so fabulous on this woman's skin. Okay, you guys, have a good Thanksgiving. Bye.
Yes.
They're beautiful. Yes, she loved them. So then I gave her a hug, told her I had to go get my chiropractor appointment, went downstairs, had my chiropractor adjustment done, and then that was it. So Thursday, I went in and I gave Elva Teza, believe it or not, she has been there the longest. She has been my nurse / medical assistant for 22 years. I remember the week that she started, and she was so nervous. And I have fallen in love with this lady. Her and I have just gone through, we're so close. I've made her rosaries out of the most beautiful vintage red scarlet crystals that I had with, it was just stunning. It was stunning. And she gets jewelry every year. And I told her the day before, I said, oh, I'm coming in tomorrow, you know, for my testosterone shot and, you know, my checkup. I said, and I'm going to be bringing you. She's like, oh, I can't wait. And, you know, so here's Elva opening her pair.
That's what I have right now. I gotta put them on. Can I put them on?
Yes, of course. I wanted you to. Yay! Elva got her Christmas gift early. It's the Thursday before Thanksgiving, so the holiday fairy came early.
I love it. Thank you.
I can't wait to see them on.
Let me put them on. So excited.
They're love beautiful. The color.
I do too.
And I found a new company for wires.
Yeah.
And I really like they put a Swarovski crystal in the front of it.
I love it.
And then I thought, you know what? I'm going to make her a universal pair that she can wear at Christmas time, but then she can wear it anything. And then I have a picture I got to show you. You're going to die.
Where is it? I have like 3 little holes in here.
They're not too long, right?
No, they're perfect. Let me see if I can get this one. Come on.
You might want to pull the wire a little bit. Yeah. Oh my God, let me get a picture. They're actually really, really, really pretty. They're so pretty. I know, she's She's always so grateful. She wears the hell out of my jewelry. She wears it so well because she's got this beautiful Hispanic colored skin and she can wear anything. But she loves Christmas colors. She loves anything in red, and those looked perfect on her. So then that was Thursday, and then Friday I had to go in and get my RSV and my second pneumonia shot. So Brandy, she's only been there like 2.5 years. She is a receptionist check-in. She's one of the check-in people out in the lobby, and she's the nicest. She's such a dear lady. And she always comments on my jewelry that I wear. And I always say, thank you. I thought she knew that I made jewelry. She didn't know I made jewelry. So long story short, here she is opening her pair, so watch. So you have the only pair.
They're gorgeous.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, they're gorgeous.
So when you put them in when you're not wearing them, just make sure they're laid flat.
Okay, yeah.
Girl, you need to put one on. I need to see what they look like.
Oh my gosh.
So I can show you. Oh my God, they're absolutely gorgeous. Oh, look at that. Oh my God, they're absolutely so pretty. I know she loved them. She loved them. So, ladies, it was all my honor to make those and give those to you. I know they'll be cherished. I know you'll wear them, and I know you'll take care of them. So let's get into making this bell. So this bell, I'm going to tell you what you need, and then I'm going to move the camera around and position it over here. I have found a complete different way, so I promise when I shoot this video, it's not going to go in and out like the one was for the I Dream a Genie bottle earrings, I promise. So I'm going to tell you what you're going to need. You're going to need, and then of course I'll show you it all laid out, but you're going to need your KO thread or your beading thread of some sort. Now, if you're going to use any kind of beading thread like this, like KO, which is rayon and nylon, and it stretches, you're going to double your thread. Yeah. If you're using Fireline, like I did the red one in, you don't have to double it because Fireline is fused fishing cord that doesn't have any stretch, so you don't have to double that. And it's pretty hard to slice Fireline with crystals and whatnot. So, and then you're gonna need a size 11 seed bead. You're gonna need 2 size 15s in 2 different colors, and I'll tell you why you're gonna need 2 different colors. You're gonna need some Super Duo beads in 3 colors. You don't have to do 3 colors. I like to do 3 colors because the Super Duos are all the red beads in this one. Yeah, all the Super Duos in this one are that red. You're gonna need 2 head pins. And you're gonna need 1 6mm bead, or you can use a round 4mm bead, it doesn't matter. And you're going to need some 4mm crystal bicones in 1 or 2 colors. I'm using 2. So you guys, let's get to working this. It's not hard at all. Every year, the senior beading babes, every year, the lesson for the week before Thanksgiving, for probably the last 10 years that I had the ladies still come into the house every Thursday, we would do a Christmas bell. Sometimes the ladies would make them smaller and turn them into earrings. I've actually done this bell as an earring. It makes a great earring actually. But as the ladies got older, they just liked making pendants and putting a bell on them. And we made tons of them. I've made so many of these bells, and they're really, really fun. They're easy. And they work up really, really quick. So, hey, here we go. And I forgot to tell everybody, so if you like my channel, if you like the content I have on the channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe down here, you guys. If you have any comments, questions, anything, you can always email them to me here at rkevinwilson@gmail.com or rkevinwilson@yahoo.com. I prefer Gmail. But yeah, and then I don't know what I'm going to be doing with these two bells. Now, there is, I'm not even going to go there. So let's just get into this, bell. So I'm going to put you guys on pause. I'm going to move my lighting and the camera around, and we're going to get to beading, okay? Yeah, here we go. Okay, we are going to start this. So I decided, instead of using the white fire line, I'm going to use this lavender KO beading thread. So you're going to need 4 feet of thread. If you're using, like I said, a stretchy thread, you're going to double it. So I have 8 feet, I have 4 feet doubled through my needle. So we're gonna need 30 bicones totally for a total. I'm using 18 of one color, and then I'm gonna use 12. Then we're gonna need 3 colors of super duos. A super duo bead looks like this, and it's got 2 holes in it. What you want to do before you start this, you just want to make sure, let me grab my awl. So you want to make sure that both of these little holes are open. Sometimes they can get plugged, with the paint or the coatings. Just make sure your beads aren't completely plugged. And if they are, use an awl or a bead reamer, or just grab another one. So we're going to need, it only takes like 36 total. But this color here is called Carnival Green. This color is beautiful. The purples and the magenta with the gold highlights on this bead are stunning. And then I'm going to be using this Bordeaux. This color is, it's a Bordeaux, and it's a polychrome color. And then I'm going to use a flat, opaque, shiny gold. So let's go, you guys. Here we go. And then we're going to use 1 color of size 11 seed beads and 2 colors of size 15 seed beads. Okay? So let's go. Let's get started. Okay. So what we're going to start with, I'll show you what we're going to start with. So on this bead, on this pendant, we're going to start with the silver crystal, where the silver crystal part is right here. So we're going to do right angle weave. Now you can always pause me, you can slow it down, whatever you want to do. I'm going to do here's why I'm using 2 colors of crystals. So see this silver part of the bell? There's what we call a top, a ceiling bead, a floor bead, a left wall, and a right wall. If you look at it like a room, looking forward. So I'm gonna do this bead, and this bead in the light lavender gold AB. And then I'm gonna be doing these bottom 6 right here, the darker purple, and then where the green crystals are at the bottom, I'm going to be putting that dark, I don't know what these, God, you know what, I could tell you every single Swarovski bead color, and right now I'm just having a brain fart. So yeah, that's why I chose 2 colors. So let's go. So we're gonna start. Okay, so we're gonna pick up our first 4 beads. Now, I'm gonna do, like I told you, I'm gonna do the bottom of the starting right angle weave. I'm gonna do it, the bottom bead, as a purple, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I picked up 3 of my lavender and 1 of my deep purple. I'm gonna tie these into a knot. It's just a regular old overhand knot. Just like that. And then holding your piece, here's your knot. I want you to go up to this first bead. Now this is what I was talking about having, like, see this, let me see if I can move up a little bit. So think of this as a room. Here's the ceiling, the right wall, the floor, and the left wall. We're always going to be coming up out of this right side wall. So from here on in, for the next 5 squares, we're only going to pick up 3 because we're going to be sharing this bead, okay? We'll always already have 1 bead there, okay? So I'm gonna pick up a pink or a lavender, and a purple. I'm gonna go up to the bead I'm coming out of. Yay, Richie, don't tell me I was gonna say, I do not have a knot. So then I'm gonna flip this over in my hand. Then I want you to go through the next 2 crystals. Once again, we're on the right hand side and we're coming up, okay? Now you're gonna say, Richie, your purples are on the ceiling. We're just gonna flip this over when we have all of our sets on. So one more time, we're gonna pick up. Okay, we're gonna do the third one. Now, if you can see, the purples are on the top. So I have to pick up a purple first and then my 2 lavenders for this to match. So we're going to go up the bead, pull them into a square. I'm going to flip it over in my hands because I always like to stitch away. So we're going to stitch through 2 beads. So there's 1. I knew this was going to try to be, I got to burn these off and get them out of my way real quick. Yeah, if you're using Fireline, it doesn't do this. Especially when you're using 2 threads. It can really be a pain in the arse. I'm going to get rid of this little tail. So I'm going to take my thread burner. Okay. So like I said, we're going to go through 2. I've gone through 1, and then we're going to go through 2, which puts me in place to put the 4th square on. So I'm back to lavender, lavender, and purple. Go up through the bead I'm coming out of. I'm going to flip this piece over in my hand and go through 2 beads. So we're going to go through 1 and 2. That puts me in position. I'm coming out of the right hand wall bead to do it again. So we're back at picking up the purple first. So purple, lavender, lavender. If you're not using 2 colors, you'll just be picking up 3 of the same color. We're going to go back up through the bead that we're coming out of. Okay, I'm going to flip this over in my hands. I'm going to go through 2 beads. 1 and then 2. Now when we look, it's easy. This is why I like using 2 colors. I can just look at the second color, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and know I only have 1 more to pick up. Now, this is where I said we're going to do the 6th one a little bit different. So think of this as we're going to make a little tiny Barbie bracelet. So we're going to close this together. Okay. Now, instead of picking up 3, we're going to pick up 1. Okay. We're coming out of the top. We need to bring this over and attach it to this one. So we're going to go down through this one on the left. Okay, I'm not going to pull it tight so you can see what I'm doing. And then I'm going to pick up a purple one and go up through the one that we originally were coming out of. Now watch what this does. It's going to turn it into like a little dog collar / Barbie bracelet. Yeah, that would be a perfect crystal bracelet for Barbie. Now you can see that this is kind of floppy, okay? I'm just going to reinforce this. So I'm going to go through this bead, this bead, through the purple. Remember, we're always stitching away from us. And then we're going to go up through the bead we were originally coming out of. Okay, now we're going to switch directions. We're going to go from right to left through this bead on the top. Okay, so if you look at this, you're going to say, Richie, what the hell is that supposed to be? We're going to put a little tiny seed bead between each one of these crystals. Okay. So now if you want to put this on like a little dowel to hold it, that's okay for you. We're going to pick up one main color 15, go through the next crystal, pick up a size 15. We're going to do this 6 times. Go through the next crystal. Okay. Pick up a size 15. Go through the next crystal. Cindy Bennett said, Richard, you have the most soothing voice. I could just, listen to your voice narrate an audiobook. So we're going to do it again. We're going to put the 5th one on. And we're going to put the last one on. Now, when you put the last one on, I want you to go through the crystal and that first 15 we put on. Okay? Okay, so I threaded on a lot smaller needle. This is a 12, so it's very, very, very flimsy and very thin. So now we've got our 6 crystals with a size 15 seed bead between each one. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna do we're going to add a 5 bead little bridge. We did this in the I Dream a Genie beads, okay? Now I like to go 2 main color and then 1 alternating and 2 main. And what that does, and then we're going to skip this crystal. We're going to go into this next 15. So what this does, it makes a little 5 bead bridge right over the bicone. Now see that gold one in the center? That just makes it easier to see where that bead is that we need to go in the next round. So that's why I like to do the 3rd bead a different color. So I'm picking up 2 main colors, a gold 15 and then 2 main colors, going through the next 15. We're going to do this 4 more times. 2 main color, an alternating, 2 main color, into that next 15 seed bead. So see how that's making like a little crown? We're going to do, we've got 3 on. We got to do 3 more. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Skip the crystal. Go into the next seed bead. Now I wish I would use Fireline, but they don't make Fireline in purple. And I kind of wanted the thread not to show. So I have to be careful. Because I've got double the amount of thread you guys have going through these 15s. So I'm going to pick up 2 main colors, 1 alternating color, 2 main colors. We only have 1 more to go. So we're going to do it once and final time. 2 main color, an alternating, 2 main color. Now this is what I want you to do. That very first 15 that I had just, kind of struggled to go through, we're going to go through that one, and then we're going to step up through 1, 2, and come out that first point, which is right here, okay? There we go. Okay, I've got my 6 little crowns on top. Hardest part of the bell is done. So I need to step up through 3 and come out that first point. Okay, so now we're going to go from point to point. So that's why I like having that second color, because I can tell where the points are. So we're going to pick up 3 main colors, go into the next point. We're going to do this 6 times. 1, 3 main colors, go into the next point. 3 main colors, go into the next point. We're going to do that for a total of 6 times. How many's at 4? There's the 5th one. And the 6th one. I'm going to untwist my thread, just running my fingers down it to make it spin and untangle that thread. Okay, so now you can see that the top of the bell is drawing in. That's what we want it to do. Okay. So now I'm going to go up through. We have 3 beads on. I'm going to go up through 2, come out the middle one of those 3 that we put on. Now we're going to do this one more time. But this time, whereas in this last row we put on 6 sets of 3, this time we're only going to put on 3 sets of 3 because we're going to skip one bridge. I'll show you how we're going to do it. So I've stepped up to that first middle bead. Okay, and in this round that we're gonna skip, this last round, we picked up 3 of the main color. This time we're gonna go back to main color, alternating color, main color. We're gonna go into the next middle bead. Doesn't hurt to use your needle as a tool. Okay, so there's 1. Now this is the one we're gonna skip. So we're gonna go through this purple. We're gonna go through this gold. This is one I wish I would have used just 1 strand of fire line, but they don't make fire line in purple. I know people that dye their fire line. Yeah, I ain't going that far. Okay, so we put that first bridge on. So we're gonna skip this one, and we're gonna go through 2 purples, a gold, and through the next 2 purples, coming out of the middle one. So now we're gonna put our second of 3 on. So we're gonna pick up main color, alternating color, main color, go into the middle. Of that next one. So there's 1, 2. We have 1 more to put on right here. So we're going to pick up main color, alternating, main color, go through that middle bead. Now we're going to close this hole up. So see, oh whoops, I didn't skip one. Dang it. Okay, so there's the second one. So now this is where I have to go down through the 5 beads. So we're going to go down through the second purple, through that gold. We're going to come out of the middle. We're going to put the last one on. Main color, alternating, main color. So we're going to skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go through that middle. So there we go, we're done. We've got 1, 2, 3. I'm just trying to work my needle through those 5 beads to come out of that first gold, or that first alternating color. Now we're going to close this up, and this is done with the top of the bell. So from right here, we're going to pick up 3 11s. So we're going to pick up an 11, go through that next middle bead. Now watch what this does. It's amazing. Closes it right up. pick up an 11. This is when I hate having big hands. There's 2. Pick up an 11. Go through that last one. There's the 3. So see how that closes it right up? Makes like a little ring at the top. Now I want you to just reinforce this by just going through the 3 11s. So I went through 1, 2, go through the last one. My bell is all closed up, nice and secure. Okay. Now what I want you to do, we need to work this thread down here. So we're going to go through these beads and come out the crystal. Okay, so I've worked my thread down to the bicones. I want you to go through whatever bicone you're near. Now's the fun part. I just had to rethread my needle because I pulled my needle right off both of these pieces of thread. Except I need some more of the dark color. So now we're going to move on to our super duos. So the super duos are where all these red beads are. Okay. I have to have color. So I'm going to use 3 different colors. You don't have to. So we're going to pick up a super duo. Go through the next bicone. You guys, this is when it's a bitch to have big hands. It's fine if I'm not teaching and having to use, make sure my camera's in place. So see what we're doing? We're putting a super duo between each bicone. So we're actually going to place 6 of them in this round. There's the 4th. The 5th. Next time I am just going to use 1 piece of fire line. 6th. Okay, so we've got 6 little, they look like little space alien pod legs, like a ship would have come down. So I want you to reinforce this row. So we're going to go through all these beads that we just added. So we're going to go through a super duo, a bicone, a super duo, and a bicone. We're going to go through 4 more. Okay. Okay. So we need to be coming out of this second hole. So the way we do that, we're going to go forward through 1 more bicone. I mean 1 more super duo. And then I'm going to flip this over in my hand. We're going to step up to that second hole. Okay. Cool, huh? So now we're going to pick up 2 super duos. So I'm going to move some of my gold ones over. So we're going to pick up 2. Go through the next hole. Now remember, we're going the opposite direction. Pick up 2. Go through the next super duo. So see what that does? It places a pretty gold row in there. One, 2. Go through the next super duo. So we've got 1 set of 2, 2, 3. We got to do 4, 5, and 6. I'll be right back, you guys. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of 2. I'm going to place my last set on. So we're going to go up through these 3 super duos. Okay, because we're going to change direction again by stepping up to the outer hole. Okay. So see how we're coming out of between these these 2 little, they look like they're forming a V, the 2 that we put on. We're going to pick up a super duo. I'm going to move these golds out of the way. I'm going to move over the Bordeaux. So we're going to pick up a super duo, go through the next super duo, and then we're going to pick up 1 size 11, go into the next super duo. We're going to pick up a super duo, go through the next super duo. So see, that puts that little point. We're almost done. We're going to pick up an 11, go through a super duo, pick up a super duo, go through the pair, put a, we're placing a super duo. We're going to pick up an 11, go through that first of the set of 2. So just remember, a super duo goes in the V between the 2, and then we pick up a seed bead. I gotta pick up an 11, go through that super duo, pick up a super duo, and then we're gonna place an 11. I should have just had you guys meet me back here, but then we're going to place the last 11. So right here, we're going to go through this one and the one that we just put on. Okay. Now I want you to reinforce this round. So to reinforce this, we're going to go through a super duo, an 11, and a super duo. Don't try to go through more than just those 3. We're going to go through the super duo. We're just going to reinforce this round. Don't skip any because that'll cause your thread to show. This just makes the bell firm up a little bit. But what really firms it up is what we're going to do right now. Okay, so I just reinforced that round. Okay. One more time. We're going to step up through that second hole and switch directions. This is the very last round of the bell. This is where we get to use our last of our crystals. So this part, we're going to put this really pretty row of crystals at the end with a 15. Okay, so we're going to pick up a bicone, a 15, and a bicone, whichever color you like better. I like the gold. We're going to pick up a bicone, a 15, and a bicone. Go through the next one. I'm going to pick up a bicone, a 15, and a bicone. Bicone. Aye. 15 and a bicone. I didn't even check my holes. I was lucky, you guys. Bicone, 15, and a bicone. Bicone, 15, and the last bicone. Now we're going to reinforce this round and we're done. So I'm going to reinforce this round. Don't skip any beads. Make sure you do not skip any beads because it's going to cause this row to pucker and you'll see thread. You'll feel the bell tighten up in this round. That's exactly what you want. Okay, I've gone all the way around. I'm just going to work through a couple more beads. So we've reinforced. I'm just going to tie a half hitch right here. I'm going to tie a half hitch right here. You just want to make sure you pull that loop right where the knot is. I'm going to go through a bicone and cut this thread off. Now we get to do the clacker. So I'm going to burn my thread off. We're done. Now we're going to build a little clacker. So we're going to take our two head pins A head pin is just a piece of wire with a flat tip and no point, okay? So you're gonna need 2 of them. So we're gonna thread on a size 11, your bead that you want for your clacker, and a size 11, okay? Now, we're gonna place this up through the middle. Just like that. Okay. Now you're going to kind of mark how long you want your clacker. Okay. We're going to go grab our flat nose. We're going to put a little bend there. Okay. Just like that. Okay. We are going to take our round nose, which look like this. They have a round nose. We're going to make a loop right here. So by doing that, we just hold tight. We bend this piece of wire down, okay? And we go like that, okay? We're going to snip this right here where it matches or where it hits. Okay, now this isn't gonna show because it's gonna be up inside the bell, but I like to have them centered. So I'm gonna cut a little bit more off of this. Do not let that drop on the floor. So now we're going to take our second head pin. And we're going to make a little tiny loop here on the end. So there's that one. We're going to open this. We're going to pick up our clacker, okay? We're going to close it. Now you're saying to yourself, Richie, why are you doing it? It makes it so this thing moves more freely like a real bell. Now, if you don't want to do it this way, you can just take a head pin. You can put your bead on and come right up through the center and make a loop there, but your clacker is not going to move. That's why I like to do it this way. So I'm going to cut off this tip. So now I'm going to take this, go back up through the center. Now when I pull it up, there's the clacker exactly where I wanted it. Okay. So now we're going to do a little loop on the top. And we are done. Grab your flat nose, bend it right at the top. Okay. cut off about, I go about 1/4 of an inch. Oh my God, this color is gorgeous. I'm gonna grab my round nose and just make another loop. Oh my God, what a beautiful bell. What a beautiful bell. I love this. Oh, wow. And now we're gonna put the bail on, just like that. So I forgot to tell you all, you need a jump ring. This one, I did a more open loop. So let me grab a jump ring. So I'll put the jump ring through there. Put the bail on. Oh my God, you guys. This one is stunning. Stunning. Wow, I've never done a purple one, but I love it. I love it. Let me get rid of these tools. Look how pretty that is. Yep. Love this. Love this. Wow. And if you want to know kind of how big this is, it's not even, let me see. Let me measure it. It's only 1.5 inches long. Yeah, not big at all. Love this. So you guys can really go crazy with these. Once you've made one, you can sit here and look at your crystals, look at where your super duos are and say, oh, this would be cool with this color there or that color there. Yeah, and they're beautiful. On a beautiful gold chain, or you could bead a chain and put this on. You could put this on a set of keys. Yeah, I love it. Yep. Take care, everybody. So I'm Richard with Real Men Craft 2. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe right here. Yeah. I really want to see you guys make one of these. It's not that hard. You just have to remember that if you're going to use Fireline, you only have to use one thread. If you're using Nymo or anything else, see how much shorter the red clacker is, and it doesn't really show. I like the longer one. But yeah. Teacher says every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings. Yep, it's never too early to start for Christmas. This doesn't even have to be a Christmas bell. No. It can be a summertime bell. You can wear it as a necklace any time of the year. It can be an earring. Like I said, it's endless. You guys can do so much with this. All right, I'm Richard with Real Men Craft 2. I'm out of here, you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.